Someone's shooting back there. Alright, you guys, I'm going back to where that camera is that caught that that portal looking thing. When I get back here, I want to show you guys, because I know there's some comments about it being a drop of water on the lens, and I want to show you how I know that it was not a drop of water, and because I thought that as well. But I want to show you that lens on that camera. There's two cameras there, two lenses. One lens is your control lens. When you're looking at the double screen, you can touch your finger on the screen somewhere. There's two screens, both get filmed, but you can touch it and the camera will move to aim where you touched it. And that droplet did not move. When the camera lens rotated, it didn't move. Someone's shooting way back there in the back. I can go that way. It'll be shorter, cutting through the trail. But I don't have my snake boots with me. We're in the car today. Something's wrong with my truck. Something's about to go out. Either a CV joint or a wheel bearing. I don't know what. Excuse me. But I'm going to film that area. They're back that direction. There's a pit. It's just a washout where there's a creek over there, or a ditch. I don't know if it's an actual creek. It may just be a water runoff. But when it rains, it washes the earth out pretty bad, and it's just made this valley-looking canyon area, and people go down there and they shoot their guns all the time. If you're hearing the gunshots, this is what that is. This video may be a little bit long. I just want you to see where this camera is. And if you guys seen the video, excuse me, I just want to kind of explain. I did not get that portal thing. I did not catch it on camera when it blipped out. It did not trigger the camera. Rosie and I were up. We've got this camera that's connected to my phone, cellular network. We got one in front of the house, one behind the house, and then we have a Wi-Fi camera inside the house. And we were just staying up, just flipping through the cameras back and forth. We were trying to catch deer on this camera we're going to, and the one behind the house. That's normally where we get the deer at. And one of the times that we turned the camera on, I mean, we'd been off and on connecting to that camera about once every 4 or 5 minutes. It was frequent. We had an incoming storm, and one of the times we opened the camera up, that thing formed, and I never got any type of alert on the camera. No motion alert, no temperature deviation, which has got to be pretty close for it to pick up a thermal anomaly. But we seen it, and then Rosie said there's things moving in it. Well, I turned the camera because I originally thought it was a droplet of water. And I turned the camera and it stayed. It did not move. From where it was positioned, you know how it was setting up, kind of floating in the air. If my hand were the object, if it were on the lens, when the camera moved, it would move like this. But it did not. It stayed there. The camera moved, it stayed. I could raise the camera up, lower it, and it stayed right there. When it blipped out, I was recording it, 33 seconds of video. I hit stop, and right before I hit record again, I was trying to catch constant clips. If you go much longer than about 40 seconds of recording, sometimes it'll cause the camera to disconnect temporarily. It's just for a few seconds. And so I tried to do continuous footage. Well, I stopped the recording, and right as I was hitting record, it blipped out. So as soon as the record feature started, it was right as it closed. It closed the right side, whatever it was comprised of. It looks like the right side of that portal thing. It fell on the ground, and it just lit the ground up, a big old area, just for a few seconds, and then it blipped out. I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen the portal type things a couple of times, but I've never seen one drop something to the ground like that was glowing, and then it just vanished the way that did. It was very bizarre. If that were a droplet of water, it had to have been gigantic for the distance it was away from the camera. But I don't think it would have emitted light, and I definitely don't think it would have vanished that quickly. I'm hearing it jingling like a collar from a dog. There's a lot of trees down right in this one area. They're dead, but it's pretty wild. They all come down at the same time. And I do have a camera down here at the road. If you guys remember the big apparition I caught in this road, to me and to Kim, it looks like a native woman, really tall, but walking down the road. I came up and walking. I tried to get in the same position. I triggered the camera to get a picture of me so I can compare my height to what we assumed was a woman. And yes, she was in the neighborhood of 9 or 10 feet tall. But anyway, that happened right here. That camera was mounted right here, right on this camera mount. That's the one that captured her. I found a large, wide, beat down trail right down here on the right, and so I put a camera on it last week. I have not checked it yet. I don't have my equipment to check that memory card with me, and I don't have a spare memory card to just swap them. Humidity's kind of bad today. It's not awful, but excuse me. Guys, yeah, I have lung issues, so I apologize for the coughing. I'm not sick. Well, not in the sense of having a cold or something like that. That's a ground blind. These buckets and that barrel, all that stuff was here when we first got the property. When Chris put that blind up right there, he left that stuff so the deer wouldn't notice the change so drastically. The camera's right there in front of us on that tree. That trail is right here. Right there. It's a big, wide trail. Looks like it turns. It's like right here is where it turns and goes that way. I don't know what's making it, but I put a camera up right here. So hopefully we can catch it on camera. Spider web on the road. That portal thing, whatever it was right back here. We're not far from it at all. This right here is a deer trail right there. Go through here. Go back in here and see if we can find anything. Something moved. Making sure it's not a snake. This time of year there's a lot of rattlesnakes and moccasins that are on the move. Florida is notorious for copperheads. Luckily we haven't seen that many here on this property, but we do have them. The camera's up here in front of us. Go up here where it was at. We get a lot of deer coming through on this camera. Just right there. Find my napkin. You see the camera right here? That rotates as the camera's watching it. So that other one's your control camera, I believe. I may be wrong on that. Oop. Just want to make sure it's all clean. Okay. Let me show you right quick how this camera works. Alright, here's the dead tree that was in that clip you guys seen. So that portal, I think, was right through here. I'm going to pull up the picture. Let me open this app right quick. I want you to see how this camera moves. I'm in the process of opening the app right now. Signal's horrible. I got one bar right here. You can see it right there. Phone's not picking up. Move around a little bit. At night this thing picks up fantastic, but during the day the signal's not good. That's all there is to it. Oh, it's not going to open. There's not enough signal for it to open right now. Crud. Yeah, I don't think it's going to open. Nope. Alright. Let me pull up the picture. The clip had that that ring in it. Figure out where it's at. there. All right, there's the clip. Put it back to the camera. Just here. All right, right there. That's this tree right here. Portal. There's the pine with the little oak. That's right there. And it's to the right of it. And that was really close. Yep. That was right here. It was either, let me see if I can tell. It's right behind this little pine tree right there. You see that little pine tree? I see the glare. It's behind it. That's this tree right here. All right. So it was right here. There's the camera. So it appeared right here. It was off the ground. It looked to be about a foot off the ground. Pretty large. And whatever fell off of this side. When it blipped out, it was like this side of that portal thing kind of collapsed into a light ball, and it dropped to the ground right there, about the size of a basketball, and it was glowing, and then it vanished. And that was right somewhere right here is where that thing hit the ground. And I am not seeing anything at all as far as it being, a chunk of a limb or anything like that. It's just pine right here. Blackjack oak, this little one, but I don't know. There's some dirt right here. Not sure what that is. All of these impressions here are deer tracks. And that's a deer track that's in that pile of dirt right there. There's nothing on the ground right here from that white object that flopped out, and our camera is right here. Right there is where the camera is. So from where I'm standing, we are, I would guess, 35 feet, maybe 40 at best from the camera. I was able to catch 3 clips of that, whatever that thing was that was sitting here. I was able to catch 3 clips of it before it turned off or blipped out, whatever it did. I was able to catch 3 clips, and my honest opinion is that it was not a drop of water on the lens of the camera. That camera does rotate, and when the camera rotated, it stayed in place. But when it kind of popped or blipped out, it looked like it bursted, but bursted inward instead of blowing outward. It's like it kind of bursted inward, and that the right side of it, that whole side part is what you see in that video clip that falls to the ground over there, and it left that big, foot and a half diameter pile of light just sitting there before it blipped out. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for what that was. I have no idea. That one's definitely got me a bit puzzled. That's a ladder stand sitting right through there. So on an oak tree. I did hunt that this year several times and seen deer every time I sat in it, but none of them were the deer that we were actually targeting. So yeah, that thing was right here. So there should be something right here on the ground from whatever fell, and I'm not seeing anything at all. There's no marks on the ground of any type other than deer tracks. I don't see any marks on trees. There's a little bit of bark displaced on this one, but that could be a squirrel, it could be anything. That sounded like a rock hitting one of the trees. I did not hear it hit the ground. I didn't hear it bounce off. Getting a lot of deer tracks. We're getting a lot of deer activity right here, but just no daytime activity. Well, I'm going to walk it this way. All right, we came in from behind, so get back up on top of the camera. Oh, we got a blue light on it. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it detected me. It just sent me an alert. It did detect me, so let's see if it'll open now. Maybe we got faint signal. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's me right there. All right. All right, let me, oh, boy, this is going to be hard. I'm trying to use my camera stick. All right, you see how this is? Wherever I move this X, if I move it over here, this camera is going to see it rotate. All right, when it rotated, that circle, that blip stayed there. Now I can pull it back to where it was. A little to the left, right there. There it goes. But what I want to show you, all right, this is how I know it was not water. All right, you guys, watch the camera. Watch what it does when I move the lens. Watch. You see it turn? If that was a droplet of water, it would have stayed on it. Now it's turning the other way. You see that? Move it back to the center. You can go down with it. Go back up with it. So if that was a drop of water, then how did it move? You know what I'm saying? Whenever when I turned the camera, that drop stayed in place. All right, I'm gonna get off the app. I'm gonna get out of here and get a little creeped out. I'm gonna start hearing rocks hitting trees around me. But we're gonna go out this way, and we're just gonna follow this trail. There's a deer trail here. There's one right there. It may be easier to follow this one. They go to the same spot. This is where these bucks were coming through last year. This one here's a big buck scrape. That whole thing right there. Then there's another one right there. We're going to go back to the four-wheeler trail and get back up to the house. But anyhow, this is just a follow-up video, I just wanted to go in here. I haven't been back in here since that portal thing showed up. We caught it that night. The next day, I put the video together and shared that with you. I'm not sure when it actually uploaded. We don't have home internet no more, so I had to upload it over the cell network. And it was going really slow, so I went to bed. And the next morning it showed that it was uploaded. This area gets really weird at times. This is the deer trail that we're on. It goes up here and crosses the four-wheeler trail. It goes through right there. The deer trail does. We're gonna go right here. But anyhow, I just wanted to do a brief follow-up video because, you know, we did get some people that were suggesting that it was a raindrop on the lens, and I just wanted to clarify my thoughts and my reasons why I do not think that was the case. And if it were a raindrop, when it popped, when it blipped out or popped, if it were a droplet of water and it fell, it would have fell straight down below the camera. We would not have seen it on camera hit the ground out there where whatever that was that fell, where it hit the ground, because that was directly under where I believe that thing was at, which was 35 to 40 feet in front of that camera. And it was glowing. Whatever it was, when it hit the ground, it was glowing. But anyhow, I hope I made some type of sense. Hope some of you will at least understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to explain. That's a Widowmaker. And this one's dead. What if that breaks, is coming down? I've got a lot of that I gotta get rid of out here. Just going back up to the house. The only reason I shared that video with you of what I believe to be a portal is because that's the first time that I actually caught it on camera, and I was actually controlling the camera when we caught it. I mean, it was on a trail camera, but with that camera, right now I can open that camera up and just to see what's in front of it. It's got a live view where you can open it up any time of day or night, and you can see what the camera's seeing. You can turn the camera, you can rotate it, you know, different directions. You can zoom in on it, zoom out. You can record whatever you're seeing or not seeing. You can take pictures. That camera, you can do a lot. And if you guys are interested in that camera, please stay tuned. I do have the review for that camera. Will be coming up soon once I get it completed. And this camera is, in my opinion, is absolutely amazing. I really, really like this camera. That's an oak lizard, if you guys hear him running. Alright, let me get back to the house. Had a lot of you that were reaching out, urging me to go to the doctor because of where the goat's horn impaled my face a couple of days ago. I've got an appointment tomorrow morning, so I'll be going to see the doctor, and hopefully there's nothing major going on that hurts like the dickens. My face is still swollen. That's why you're not seeing me right now on camera. I got my upper lip looks like a chimpanzee's upper lip. My nose and upper part of my mouth is sticking out like a chimpanzee does. Definitely a new look for me, and it's quite uncomfortable. Still having I can't blow my nose. I'm just very grateful that my sinuses haven't been giving me the 3rd degree like they've done for so long. That sinus infection is just about gone. So maybe this won't impact it in a negative way. I hope not. This is the way I was wanting to walk. I didn't have my snake boots. It just dawned on me. Every time I've seen snakes, it's right up here. So hopefully we don't. If there is one there, I hope I see him before it's too late. The snakes we've come across up here have normally been diamondbacks, eastern diamondback rattlesnakes. But for the most part, they're calm. They're normally a docile snake. They don't want nothing to do with you. That's why we don't always kill them. Not the diamondbacks. They're a pretty cool snake if you just leave them be. A lot of times you can walk right past them and they won't bother you, but it's not something I would urge anyone to try. If he's shedding and his eyes are milky, all he's seeing is shapes and movement, instead of making out what you are, there's a high chance he's going to pop you. Yeah, right here is normally the area where the snakes are at. There's a hole right here in the ground. It's I don't know what I'm wanting to say. It's an old gopher turtle hole. That's where they, oh crud. That's where they used to come out at. There's a hole right there. I'm heading up to the house. Y'all have an amazing afternoon. We got to get home, rotate the animals out, and take the grandbaby home. We got Maylin with us, and Rosie's up there, and we got our furry children. Need to be rotated out and all that good stuff. But I'll see you guys soon. Y'all have an amazing day. Be blessed in all you do. Be safe and be kind. And also, real quick before I go, you guys, I done a recent video. I don't remember exactly which one. And during the video, I had mentioned leaving our brother Don Moore's link to his channel in the description. And I have not been able to check any of the comments on it, and Don reached out to me and let me know, but somehow, for some reason, when I typed the description, it was a fairly long description in that video, it did not save. And I went back to look. I told Don, I said, no, I absolutely put a description in that video. It was actually one of the longer descriptions that I've done. And I went back and checked, and there is no description whatsoever in that video. So I either didn't save it, or I don't know what happened. But it's not there. So I will add Don's channel link in the description below this video. And for those of you that don't know who Don Moore is, he is part of Standing Ghost Rescue. He's behind the scenes. He helps me tremendously with comments, and all the articles that we share here, all the credit goes to our brother Don Moore for providing that information to us to share. And well, he puts videos together with the pictures, the photographs that go with those videos, those articles. So when I share a video that has, 2 or 3 articles that our brother Don Moore has sent us, if you are interested in seeing the pictures, the photographs that go with those articles, those videos that I put together, please check out his channel. And if you don't mind, help him build his channel, his YouTube family up. And if you could, please subscribe and let's get him up. He's at, I think, 480 subscribers there. We're trying to get his family built up to where it'll open up just a few more options of things that he can do when he's out filming. 500 would open a couple options for him, and then 1,000 subscribers, he'll be able to do live streams, and we're just trying to help him get his channel up. And if you like what he's doing, please let him know by subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. No, Don did not ask me to put that in the video. He has not ever asked me to do that, not one time. He's thanked me every time I have done it. But please know that he has not put me up to that. That's something that I'm asking. But if you'd like to see those pictures for the articles that we've done, he does title his videos that have the photographs in them, the pictures in them. He does title it with, it'll have the name of the video that I created with those articles in it. It'll have that name, that video name, in the title. His title will be a little different, but he will include the name to the video of the one that I put together with the articles in it. And then you can just click on it. You can see the pictures that go with the articles, and he does an amazing job putting that together. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I love you all. God bless you. And we will absolutely see you soon. We got deer coming up. They're coming all the way up just about to the back porch on the house. Isn't that cool? We're not far off, you guys. We'll have fence up, but I'll see you guys soon. Be blessed, be kind, and be safe. We'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.